Jesse Faden could hear it. A call. It was faint.
Get out of here, Alan Wake, and your depressing bull twang. Okay, so hold on, let me just okay, so I played Control. I'm confused. Apparently this is normal. So anyway, is the intro, I guess? Control is a game from the same creators of Alan Wake. By the way, if you didn't know that, the game is set in the same universe as well. Or Alan Wake is set in this universe. To be honest, there are arguments online about who exists in whose universe, and after playing this game, I can fully understand why. Because if there's one thing that I felt, it's confusion.
Now, what kind of a crap was that?
On the face of things, Control has an easy-to-follow story, which we'll get into later. Control is a wondrous game, a frustrating game, a game about making you, the player, as confused as humanly possible. From the map to the enemies. And yes, even who the real bad guys are. Anyway, this game has me reeling at times, scratching my head at others, and overall, I find it a significantly more fun thing than whatever the hell Alan Wake 1 tried to be. Because yes, Alan Wake 1 tells a good-ish story, but it is the most chore-filled, unfun game I've ever tried playing. And I freaking completed Sea of Stars only last month. So grab your coffee, sit your butt down, and let's talk about losing control. How Control? B. When I first heard of this game, the first thing that everyone always panned across the board was the gameplay, finding mistakes in it that seemed to be never ending. Fortunately, I forgot all of this right until after I started playing the game, with a gun in my hand already. You know what Control has gameplay wise? Easily one of the best over-the-shoulder gun experiences I have ever had. And I played Gears of Wars. You know what? That's already an odd way to refer to it. Anyway, this game has amazing gameplay. Control easily has one of the smoothest shooting experiences for an over-the-shoulders game I have ever used. Jessie is never cumbersome and her aiming is quick and reactive. When we eventually get powers, it just continues. Before I ramble any further, if you play this on console, please note, I don't care. If it's bad on a controller, then all I can tell you is that get a mouse and keyboard. The Xbox supports those now, and I don't know, PlayStation Smurfs, I don't want to say buy a PC because that's just too expensive, but then again, the PlayStation 5 is like 17,000 Rand at the moment, so you can actually buy a decent gaming PC for that price. Continuing, the powers are so much fun though. Seriously, I have never had a telepathic power that I rely on this much in any other single game. Then we get platforming that is just as insane. This is a 3D game that platforms easily, comfortably, and by Jove, Control makes it legitimately fun to jump on platforms and stuff. So what's the point of this? Well, Control is also confusing as hell, and the creators decided they just cannot have some things be not confusing, whatever that sentence means. The map is where the smooth controlling, rock-flinging, platform-jumping Jessie completely loses it. First of all, there is no way of knowing if the stairs or fast travel point you are heading to is actually reachable from where you are. I mean, look at this. Not once in my play of this game did I travel to a fast travel point or down to a floor and actually reach the spot I wanted with ease. Legitimately, I gave up each time. Just screw it, I'll run in a direction with the map open and eventually happen to find the right path that I need to go to. To make things even more annoying, the corridors make little to no sense, with a few mechanics in the early game completely resetting what you know about the world of Control. Click the light 3 times, then get transported to a motel, then get teleported back to the main map and everything is freaking moved. You know, you would think the executive area is where things are the easiest to understand, but it is really not. In fact, between the maintenance tunnels and the executive areas, I honestly don't know which one was closer to giving me an aneurysm. Yes, the jukebox. Go to the jukebox around the corner. He says in a room with 20 bloody doors and corners in it. In here is where I quickly talk about the gun. It's a special kind of amazing. It has several different forms and each one can be upgraded. It also does not have an ammo counter like normal. thank the hells for that. We also get upgrades to ourselves in the same menu that we upgrade the gun. Seriously, horror developers, if you need a gun, this is how you do it. Why? Simple, really. At no point in this game did I go backtracking thinking, oh, where's some ammo? Where's some ammo? Oh, a scary monster. Oh, shush, 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 shush. I need some ammo. Anyway, the gameplay, while fantastic when it comes to shooting, is by far so annoying at other times that I very nearly left the game. Also, I won't ramble on about the enemies here. That's for another section of the review. Instead, let us talk about the controllingly confusing story of Control. What actually is Control about? Let me tell you the basics, and for this section I'm not going to cut to me because just genuinely I need to read all of this because it's genuinely that difficult for me to remember. Jessie had a weird event happen in her hometown of Ordinary when she was a kid. This caused all the adults in the town to disappear. Then some men in black suits appeared and she had to run away, leaving her little brother behind. I don't know, because he was slow or something. They never explained why she actually left him behind. She spends the rest of her life looking for him, and in her mid to late 20s, I have no idea how old she is drawn to a building in New York by a wavy, scrunchy friend that talks to her in her mind. Totally normal. Upon entering said building, she finds it at first empty. Then a janitor sends her to the director's office to have an interview. She finds him with a hole in the head. She then picks up the gun and tests to see if she can be the new director by trying to shoot herself. From here we find out there is something bad infecting most of the people in the building. We call it a hiss. She shoots security people that have guns and everything else that launches metal at her. She saves some people, find out Jessie's brother is definitely kept here, save some more people, touch some AWEs, or are they objects of power? The game does explain this, I just keep forgetting. Anyway, Jessie's brother pops up in sort of our main base of operations. We go further. Dr. Darling keeps moving the damn slide projector. Eventually Jessie finds Hadron. That, by the way, that's the thingy that talks to Jessie in her head. It's called Hadron. She fights more things. She destroys the containment system, and then Hadron is just dead. Then the game ends. No, wait, it doesn't. Jessie just nearly gets controlled by the hiss. From there, Jessie gets herself under control, she shuts down the slide projector, and then the game actually does end on a cliffhanger. Like, that is the end of the story. Her brother is in a coma, she is the new director, and the DLC is just some extra fluff that sets up more story, but also is just a lead up to Alan Wake 2. If you think that is a spoiler, I cannot begin to explain to you just how weird and convoluted the story of Control actually is. At one point in this game, our janitor goes on vacation. Artie is his name. He speaks Finnish. No, English, Finnish, English, I don't know what to call it. He speaks both, okay? There are so many characters that you need to know about. There are so many things that happen in the Aldous house that just makes me lose control. The previous director talks to us, the scientist is running around explaining things, mercenaries or XCI peeps are shooting things, the board needs us to do things, emergencies are happening all over the place, weird enemies just somehow appear out of nowhere. You know? The sheer amount of information that needs to be absorbed in this game just to understand the story is honestly overwhelming. So here's a solid piece of advice. Play this game, read as much of the things as you can, then go to the wiki page, and then do the DLC from there. I promise you'll find it much less Control. I don't know where I was going with that. Okay, let's just go like, does the game look bad? Is Control actually easy to look at? People. This game honestly looks amazing. This can be the multiple patches it received over the last 5 years since it was released, or it can be the fact that my new PC is much more capable than it is specifically necessary for this game. Either way, it does actually look quite amazing. Reflections are all reflecty, lights are all bouncy, and Jessie's model looks amazing, whether it is in the video or just plain gameplay. Given that this is a 2019 game, I genuinely believe that it would have overworked any of the two original consoles it released on. For that matter, it probably wouldn't have hurt to get this on the Series X or PlayStation 5. Turns out it is there from 2021. I just didn't know. Yes, I do capitalize the P and the S in PlayStation in the script. I don't know why. From the office interiors that have a close feeling to subliminal spaces to the effects that happen when I shoot the gun. From top to bottom, the graphics are amazing, with many parts of the scoring giving us one hell of amazing views. Genuinely, I stopped and stared at the ceiling in the quarry for almost 5 minutes when I first got down there. The same quality has been given to seemingly random things throughout the game as well. Like, I still for the life of me can't figure out if the red hotline phone is real or just pure graphics. It looks real, it feels real. Further, Dylan, Jessie's brother, gives me the genuine creeps. he looks real. Though there are some small details that may need some refinement. Glass shatters in a decidedly 2010 way, while the creators pointedly did not include any water in Control. And that is honestly it. I don't know what it looked like on the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One, S or X. I just know that it does right now look amazing on my PC, and it is a visually insane experience. So that's the graphics and the looks. So why don't we talk about where Control loses control. Wait, shit, this is poison. For parts that I loved about this game, there are parts that, to say the least, got annoying. First, let's talk enemies, or grunts and guns as I call them. Initially, it makes some sense. Normal security guards with guns and either pistols or automatic. So far, so normal. These are easy, shoot in the head, shoot again to kill. A little bit later, we get rocket launchers and dudes that float and throw things, which are annoying, but also still, manageable. To say they killed me often. In fact, the only thing that consistently killed me were the rocket guys. They made me quite mad after about 5 hours of playing the game. You see, for all the thing Control does well, it also suffers from the same sickness almost every shooter game does. The creators decided the normal grunts weren't good enough anymore, and so they forgot about them. At about the halfway mark of the game, the normal grunts get increasingly rare. Instead, we are bombarded with rocket launchers, snipers, and these bloody floating corpses that explode right on top of us. I like those. They are good. Good Control, have a little snacky. But you see, the issue is the rocket launchers do not go straight. Instead, they curve. Yes, handheld rocket launchers that in a sea of moving people can lock on and follow one specific person, in this case, Jesse. You see the issue, right? You try getting headshots on 4 different grunts while having to track 5 different rockets being shot at you. I died because I do consider this slightly bad design, mostly because rocket launchers become the normal standard grunt to fight. So as you have probably noticed by now, my shots are shockingly effective. I went to change the difficulty and found a button that made bullets behave like actual bullets, and I enjoyed this game 1000% more after this. Seriously, if you think this game is bad or has weird gameplay, enable this one setting. This one setting changed the world. Watch now to find my secret. Anyway, Control only really has that. The confusion in the story is kind of the point of the story. The enemy shooting you with 6 simultaneous rocks and rockets are not so much meant to happen. Also, the game has a few moments of stairs. Yeah, I don't know actually why this happens. It's very funny each time it happens though. So now you know my moaning, grating annoyance. What's next? Should you Control? Listen, play this game. Like seemingly all games I play, it is on Game Pass right now. So you can grab it for quite cheap, basically free if you want. Further, it is the definitive edition. This means that if you have either thought about playing any of the Alan Wake games right now, you can play the game that is dead in the center of them all. And it's the definitive edition with all the DLCs included, because yes, Control does really actually take place in the universe of Alan Wake. It happens exactly after Alan Wake and right before Alan Wake 2. Want to know how I know this? The in-game documents mention the events that happen in Alan Wake 1. Then there is the fact that one of the main characters in Alan Wake 2 is from the Federal Bureau of Control, or the FBC as they call it. Play the game, enjoy it for all its weirdness, be happy you get to play it after all the glitches are edited out. Now, if you'll excuse me, I can hear Alan rambling on about some depressing thing again, and the spray I used to keep him contained is running out quick. Out of talking. How long have we been talking? 16 minutes, holy shit. Bruz, and what is the female version of that? As you probably noticed, I'm using this because this mic, right, doesn't sound that good. This mic also doesn't sound this good, but this mic also doesn't sound that good. So what I'm doing is I'm like recording on all 3 and hoping that I'll get like something good in between all of them. So thank you for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. Please like press that like button down there, share it. We're getting more like passive views now, so it should like hopefully if everybody like interacts with me, it's good. Remember to subscribe to my channel. Just do both of them, please. I'm not begging, but I'm asking nicely. Look at this pretty face. Look at the beard. Look at the nice comb there. I did this just for you guys. Come on, click it. Click it. Anyway, okay. So as always, I love you more than the next one. Oh, let me just I love you more than the next one. And I love you more than the previous one. I hope you all have a fantastic week. And remember, you can't